Okay, just thought I'd pop on. Absolutely beautiful evening over these moors. I'm in Haslingden in Lancashire, UK. I'm going to be skywatching from here tonight, so I'm popping on with these lives and podcast type videos. Lots of sightings of strange things in the skies in this area. A bit of noise up there. There's a farmer in the field. I'll just spin this camera around, look at the view. Sun will be setting in about 2 hours. It is beautiful. Well known for UFO sightings in this area. A lot of these farmers have reported things many times in the local paper about strange lights being seen over here. Seen many things myself. If you've got any experiences yourself, any UFO sightings, do let me know here in the comments. I'll read them out. In the chats, I should say, or in the comments, and I'll read them out. If you want to put down anything you may have seen. It's beautiful, so I'll be stopping out here for a few hours tonight. It's supposed to be very clear, one of the clearest nights we've had for a week or sort of thing, so looking forward to that. Quite a big sighting around here a few years ago. I told this story on the channel before. But just down this hill there is fishing lodges, 2 big lodges. There was a group of fishermen one night out fishing. It was a starry night, and all of a sudden they noticed a big object crossing the sky. They said it was huge, circular in shape, very low, no lights on it, but it blocked out the stars out so they could make out the shape with the silhouette. They guessed it was low. It covered up most of the sky, but what amazed them was a big whooshing noise as this thing passed, air displacement. All the trees started blowing. It was completely silent, although one of these guys did say he thought he heard a humming noise. Well, that was it. No lights on it at all, but the shape was made out because it was a really starry night. It blocked out the stars as it passed. It must have been low for that air displacement. But I think one of the most common sightings around here are lights moving in very irregular patterns all over the skies. I've been up here quite a lot filming. Seen some strange lights, not moving in irregular patterns yet, but who knows? Who knows what you're going to catch here? You've got to try. If you don't try, you won't film anything. A lot of things can be explained. It's beautiful, that sun. Say another 2 hours. That'll be setting, 3 hours. It will be dark, so I'm not scheduling these, I'm just popping on, so I don't expect too many people watching or in the chat, but if anybody is in the chat and they've got any experiences, any sightings, if you want to leave a little comment here briefly, I'll read it out. Or if you're watching this video later on, leave your sightings in the comments and I'll talk about it in the next video. In the winter time, I sit in the camper van telling people's stories, but you can't sit in a van on a night like this. So I'll be using the Psionics camera tonight. Get asked what equipment they use. I use this Psionics Aurora Pro. I've got the Psionics Black, which I picked up second hand for around £300. I think they're about 600 brand new. But doing a bit of research, I thought I'll get a backup one. There's not much difference really at all. I don't notice any difference in the footage. To say the Pro is about £1,000 and the Black is 600 brand new, but I got this for 300. I'd like to have a backup, but I'm using the Pro tonight. So quiet. So just having a walk. Going and getting something to it and then coming back out for the night. What's up, Meg? Nice to see somebody in the comments. All good, thanks. You? Like I said, I'm not scheduling these, I'm just popping on randomly. Like I said in the last one I did, I course, if I schedule them, I've got a chance of missing them because I'm busy working full time, family life, like everybody, decide to stick to a schedule. So, and of course, over these, well, over this part of the world, these movies, you never know with the weather. It can forecast beautiful weather, it can be cloudy, it can be raining. So, I don't want to start cancelling them because of the weather or anything else. So that sighting with that fisherman a few years ago, quite well known in the area. It did make the local paper and I think the radio, not the news, the radio. But many farmers in the area do report things in these skies. I've seen things myself, nothing moving erratically. I've got the apps, the flight app, the satellite app to rule things out. So any sightings, I'm going to be on another couple of minutes. Leave them in the comments. If not, you're watching this later, leave them down in the comments of the video and leave any sightings. If you are watching and just trying to read this, I should have brought my reading glasses. Popped up on your break at work. That's nice. You never know what people are doing around the world. I'm walking here in the sunset. I've been working all day today. Some people are working, but it's nice to know people want to watch when they're at the break at work. Definitely. Hope all's well with you and anybody else who's watching this video. Right. Just going to check the comments again. I think next time I will. The sun is really bright on this screen. What is your favourite UFO documentary? Well, to be honest, I don't really watch much like that on the TV or on YouTube. As I find a lot of these things are blown out of proportion for viewing purposes, and so I don't really watch much, but I will tell you my favourite UFO, well, you just have two pretty interesting UFO cases which I thought were interesting. One was a Travis Walton, which I do find fascinating, believed in 100%, but I have watched a few interviews with him recently. I'm not 100% sure, I don't know with that one, but there was a local one with you probably heard of it, Alan Godfrey from Tobin, which is only about 8 miles down here. He encountered a large craft while on duty. He was a police officer, 6 o'clock in the morning, I think it was around the 30th of November. Well, I think it was the 30th of November. He was on duty anyway. 6 o'clock in the morning, come across a huge craft in the middle of the road. Stopped, put his flashing lights on to warn any traffic behind him. He first thought that was maybe a bus that had gone sideways. A lot of these buses took people to work into a place called Burnley. This was back in 1980. Then he thought it's not a buzz. Then he thought a hot air balloon. No hot air balloon. Realised it was a huge diamond-shaped object hovering above the road, spinning. He had his blue flashing lights on. They were reflecting off it. He could see under it. Started drawing it because no cameras on your phone or anything that day. He just had his pad for reporting things, and found himself after a bright flash further down the road driving. Come back to the spot he saw this object. It had gone. It had been raining that night. But a large dry swirl on the floor, broken branches and twigs around. Disappeared. Back to the police station, which was only a couple of minutes drive down the road. Realised he'd lost around 40 minutes of time because his little journey should have only took him 4 or 5 minutes. Found out later on that other officers had sightings in Tobin, and he thought it was the same night, but that was the week before. They'd gone up on the moors at Halifax to look for some stolen motorbikes, I think it was, and a large blue light was zigzagging all over the moors. Many officers saw that, and it turns out years later a caretaker at a local school also saw a big diamond-shaped object in the sky on the same night Alan Godfrey had this encounter. He had so much trouble because he was a police officer. He wanted to transfer him over to Halifax. They suspended him, made his life hell, his family life hell. Tried to set him up with drugs in the police station, putting drugs into his locker. Very, very odd story. I spoke to Alan. I spoke to him. Like I said, it's only 5 or 6 miles away from here, and he sticks to his story. So, and a very believable man, very down to earth. So I think, I don't know about these documentaries, which you don't know whether to believe or not, but actual sighting. And it's not because I'm local, it's not just because it's 8, well for me, 8 miles, I think, over the hills to Tomlin. Not at all. I think if I would have heard this story, no matter where I lived in the world, and if you look into it, look at what happened with his career, his family life, how we reported it, the other people who saw objects, it's very, very compelling indeed. Right, sunshine on this phone. Easy mate from Manchester. Hi, hello, Minnesota, USA. Yeah, experiences loss of time, that's true. Very interesting. What I like about doing these lives, these little podcasts, whatever you want to call them, get to speak to people all around the world. I think the other night there's someone, it was a guy called Carlos, who was if Carlos is watching, what's it called, Skywatch, Portugal. Forgive me, I should know the name, I forgot. Portugal, Canada, Australia, America, people all over the world, it's great. See what people are up to. Just have a look at these messages. So yeah, any sightings, leave them in the comments, and I'd love to read them out with your permission. It is beautiful. It's been quite cold the last few days. Lovely sunset. Like I said, this area is full of sightings. I call it the UFO triangle, because you've got Pendle Hill, which I think is a hotspot, UFO hotspot of the UK. A lot of people disagree. There are other places. A lot seen in the lakes, as somebody said the other day, that's the Lake District. Bonnie Bridge, well known. But the point, you can see yeah, I can see Pendle Hill. Phones are no good, they don't pick it up. It's in the distance. Again, about 8 miles that way. Topping at 8 miles that way. And but this whole area, so many sightings, but it is quite remote. Let's have a look at the comments. Yeah, it is sad how they ruin people's lives. Don't know whether it's bad as it used to be, but it is. He tries to completely destroy his career and his family life. And he says to this day, he wish he'd never come across this object. He wish he'd never come across it, but he did. And it was a local term. He said it was nuts and bolts, not meaning it was made from nuts and bolts, but it was physical. It wasn't some mirage or light in the sky. He said he would have thrown a brick at it, it would have gone bang. It was right there in front of him in the road. I drove along that road past that location many times. In fact, I'll be heading over there doing a Skywatch over the next couple of weeks. But it is, and I think that's happened to a lot of people who have reported things or seen things, especially if they work for the police, the military. Maybe things are changing now. Who knows? Who knows? I was asked a few weeks ago, and I mentioned this when I was down in Pembrokeshire, of all the years scar watching I've done and things I've recorded, do I think I've recorded anything that is alien? And I've got to, well, not do I think, I'm sure I've recorded anything that's alien. Well, no, not at all. I've recorded many strange things. Lots can be explained. Some things can't be explained, doesn't mean it's alien at all. But there's nothing I've seen so far to say that he's not from this world. But these sightings, these genuine sightings, I wouldn't have thought like that common. And I've always said one of the problems I've got with this subject, and don't get me wrong, I do believe 100% I won't be doing this, is decades gone by, all these encounters of craft hovering above people's heads, almost saying the occupants are waving down at them, and very close-up encounters. But where are them today, when everybody's got a phone, everybody's got a camera? Where are these encounters today? A bit of a problem with that. So there is I think a large percentage of sightings, let's say fabricated, but definitely some genuine ones. Definitely. I've seen things that really odd I can't explain. Can't say they're real, can't say they're not. Who knows? Let's have a look at these. Lots of little comments coming up here. I think I did share, I remember that. Roach, I believe you shared the video I took of some potential UFOs. I think I remember that. I don't share other people's videos now because YouTube is so strict with the copyright claims, possible copyright strikes. It's so strict with people's footage. And I started doing that years ago. I was just sharing footage and narrating over them. Living in this area, which is well known for sightings, I thought, why not just get out, get some cameras and try and film my own footage, try and get some fresh, new footage. So that's what I'm doing now. And I will tell people stories. I will leave links. If you got any footage, send me your YouTube link, and I'll leave the link in the description. I mentioned the footage, I'll leave it in the description so people can go and check it out. I'll definitely do that, but I won't post people's videos. I've got a memories area and saying that there's a few people in there I'd like to say thank you. I will get your names down and mention you in the next video. Want to be more interactive, you see, and the videos I'm out filming, like the Skywatching I'm going to be doing tonight, I'll be putting them down as a premiere. Again, only reason so I can talk to people in the chat as they're running. And definitely want to arrange some group Skywatchers if you're in the Pendle Hill area. I'm back from Wales now. I've got a few people interested, so that'll be good. Just let me know. Thanks. Yeah, try and put the work in. I love doing it. You say, I think if you enjoy something, I do love it. I mean, I love nature. I love being out. I can't be doing with sat inside watching the TV. I just love being out. I've always had an interest. I had a very strange sighting myself years ago, which got me interested. I've always had an interest. Well, let's say I've always been open-minded, but I did see. Should I go into this story? I'll make it pretty brief. I did see something years ago, driving home from York, basically. Driving home from York, if you know the road York, which leads over to Manchester, very high mirror land, higher than this actually. Anyway, evening like this, it will clear. The sun will just setting like it is here. I looked up, I can see this thing shining in the sky. What is that? It looked like a silver disc. Up there, about, if you know the 5 pence in the UK, if you half the size of a 5 pence and put it at arm's length. That's how big it looks. It wasn't a little speck, it was there. So I first thought balloon. Pulled up, got out the car, I'm just looking, and it was shimmering, metallic aluminium colour. And I looked over, I saw another, and I'm looking around. And they're all over the sky. I think they've got to be balloons, but they were static in the sky. Quickly looked around, didn't count spot on, they're numbered, but I'm thinking there were around about 30 of these things, but they were static and there was quite a breeze, they weren't moving, and they were like that for some time, until one shot from one horizon right across to the other horizon, blink of an eye, so it was right across, and then they all started moving in a long line across the sky, like you see the Starlink satellites. They all moved into a line and they started moving off to the west. They didn't shoot off, but they all moved off it, but they seemed to move off a lot quicker than, I mean, there were no, it wasn't a plane, it wasn't a helicopter, but speed wise, a lot quicker than you see a helicopter or a plane in the sky, but they didn't shoot off and just carried on, disappeared. I saw them all glinting in one long line, like you see the Starlinks at night. No idea, absolutely no idea what they were that got me interested. Anyway, I need to get something to eat. The sun is setting. I'll just check the comments. Yeah, the Mexican alien bodies, people. You know, scientists are looking into that. It's just hard to know what to believe and what not to believe these days. That's another reason I stopped posting footage as well, because you don't know what's real. If it's blurry, a real blurry image, people say, oh, it's blurry, what's the point? If it's clear, people say it's fake. So much AI, CGI about, you don't know, do you? At least you know if you go out filming with your cameras and you record something yourself, you know it's genuine, and then obviously other people don't. At least you do if you're interested in the subject. So a lot of things are exaggerated, and I don't know, yeah, but that is interesting, definitely. That's an awesome experience. Enjoy the rest of your work. I don't know what time it is there, enjoy that. But thanks for popping on your break. Yeah, always remember that. All them lights, around about 30 of them. I'll say like they weren't lights. Well, like balloons, so definitely circles, definitely discs. No idea, but that got me really interested. Seen many things since. Too many to mention, but a lot of people say, oh, you seem to see a lot, you seem to film a lot, but I'm out all the time, and I say to anybody, if you go out walking like I do at daytime and spending hours out in these places at night time, you're going to see things you can't explain. Not saying you're going to see things which are off-world, not from here, just things you can't explain. So much in these skies these days, so many satellites, military, secret stuff. Anyway, I'm going on a bit now. Thanks for joining me in the chat. You know, if you got any sightings, maybe leave them in the comments of this video. I'm going to get something to rate me back out later, doing a Skywatch for the night, and that footage will be on. So you lot take care. Thanks a lot for popping on. Been out for quite a while. It's beautiful, but I'm hungry, so I'll get this food, get my Skywatch done, and that'll be getting uploading next few days. There's lots of videos from Wales still to upload. I've been over Pendle Skywatching there, so I've got videos from there to upload. Can't say whether I've seen anything unusual or not, because quite often when I do these, the sound is a very small screen, and you can miss it on that small screen. I'm not always looking up. Sometimes I just chill out looking around. Sometimes I just lie down and close my eyes and let the camera run. So I don't know until I look back on the footage. And I will say, any footage like this where you're filming the stars, and if you do have a smart TV, you watch it on that, you see so much more. There's so much I've watched on the phone. Completely miss things. I put them on the smart TV. And you see things moving around I've completely missed. But that's why I like uploading all the Skywatches. Even if I think I haven't seen anything, there seems to be always somebody who sees something I've missed, which quite often is unusual. Sometimes it could be explained. Right, I'm off. You lot take care. Thanks for watching. Speak soon.